Shalom and welcome everyone to another 10-Minute Tuesday. Tonight's going to be a little bit more about the month we're in, Cheshvan, the 8th month. The month of Cheshvan is known for many things. A few in particular is that it's the month of new beginnings, the 8th month, in which 8 people boarded the ark. It is this very month that the floodgates of the heavens poured out its rain upon the earth. This is the very month that Noah's flood took place. According to Genesis chapter 7, verse 11, it was in the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, and the 17th day of the month. In the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened. You have to remember regarding the months, from Adam until Exodus chapter 12, Cheshvan was the 2nd month, but after Exodus chapter 12, it became the 8th month. God was showing a difference between those that have been brought out of bondage, redeemed by the blood of the Lamb, versus the civil calendar, which was the Adamic timeline. Before the Exodus, Tishrei was the new year, and after the Exodus, Nisan became the new year. Also, according to 1 Kings chapter 6, verse 38, the house of the Lord was completed. 1 Kings chapter 6, verse 38 says, in the month of Bul, which was the original name of Cheshvan, which is the 8th month, was the house of the Lord finished throughout all the parts thereof, and according to all the fashion of it. So Solomon was 7 years in building the temple of the Lord. And that's beautiful that it happened to be 7 years, just as it was 7 days that God told Noah that the judgment was going to be poured out on the earth. And what did they do? They took refuge in the ark of safety, the saving house of the Lord. A beautiful picture of us taking refuge in Yeshua, the ark of safety. The word bull comes from the Hebrew 9:45. It means increase and produce. It means growth. So not only is this month the 8th month where 8 people were saved, it's also the month of growth and increase. They even use the word rain. How fitting is that, right? With Noah's flood. What some may receive as destruction, others are receiving as increase, as growth, as elevation, which is exactly what happened with the ark when the rains came. It elevated them, those 8 people, into new beginnings, who took refuge in the ark of safety in the 8th month. That elevation caused them to Manasseh, caused them to forget all the grief and the suffering, the death, the evil, the violence of the past. The earth was corrupt and full of violence, which was the reason why God had to send the flood. I find it interesting that in Genesis chapter 7 and 11, it tells us that they were in the ark and the floods came on the 17th day of this month, the 17th day of Cheshvan. Well, all this year we've been spot on by the grace of God with the timeline and the beginnings of months. This is the same time that it was during the time of Messiah, down to the very day of the week. The floods, they came on a Tuesday, the 17th of Cheshvan, which winds up being, in this year, Tuesday, November 3rd, the day this nation happens to vote. The waves came in on the 17th of Cheshvan, which happens to be the 3rd of November. What are the odds? At the same time, a lot of people are praying and hoping for change, a new beginning. Well, whatever Yah's will is, one thing's for certain, it will come to pass. And as sure as this new beginnings month, the 8th month, is associated with the tribe of Manasseh, his name meaning causing to forget. Joseph named him that because of all the suffering that he went through. God delivered to him a blessing, a gift, a child, which the joy of that child, that new birth, that new beginning, would begin to cause him to forget all the years of suffering, all the years of hate and trouble, all the years of confusion, all the years of pain. You know, it's interesting that in the book of Malachi, in chapter 4, it speaks of the sun arising with healing in his wings. And if you read the whole thing, That same sun that rises with healing in its wings also brings heat and destruction to others. Picture of the flood, the waters that brung destruction to others, but lifted up and healed those that took refuge in the ark of safety. The sun arising is the S-U-N, but it's also hinting to the sun arising, the S-O-N. That's a picture of birthing the Messiah's return, which will cause us to forget. As he said, I will wipe away all the tears from your eyes, and he will remove the corruption and the evil, and the governments shall be on his shoulders, and to his kingdom there'll be no end. For all the corrupt systems, corrupt governments will be washed away. Is this the time of Messiah's return? No man knows the day or the hour, but we should be ready. As Noah, God gave them 7 days to get aboard the ark. The warning came on the 10th of Cheshvan, which will be the 27th of October. God said on the 17th, 7 days later, which falls on November 3rd, they must all be aboard the ark. On that very day, he would close the door, seal the judgment. And everyone not found inside the house perished, except for those 8 people who were saved by grace. Remember, Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. And also Noah's name means grace in reverse. The Hebrew spelling of Noah's name is Nun and Chet, Noach. In reverse, it's Chet and Nun, Cham, meaning grace. The hidden story of Messiah. By grace are we saved through faith. Those 8 people, that new beginning, that new birthing, that circumcision, for they were circumcised from the world, separated from God's judgment. Is this the sign? Is this the season? Well, God said, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be when he returns. Is this the time? No man can know, but Yah, please be merciful. My prayer is that this month, this 8th month of the redeemed year, may it bring a new beginning for us, a new beginning in health and unity, in growth and increase, in completeness. I pray that God brings change for the better for all those that are in need. May this change, may this increase bring new hope in humanity. May as the floods washed away the evil, hate, and corruption. May evil be washed away. May hate be washed away. May injustice be washed away. May divisions be washed away. May there be no more strife, brother against brother, or racial divides. For there is no other race but the human race in which God created from Adam and Eve. But may unity, patience, and love increase. And may as the flood of Noah covered the earth, may God pour out living waters, the living word, his Torah. May it be poured out into the hearts of everyone all over the world. May those that receive Torah, which in one word means love, may love lift each and every one of us above the wickedness of this world. Love, for love is the fulfillment of Torah. May love cause us to Manasseh, cause us to forget all the pain and the heartache of many years. And may we have a new beginning with love, with God, and with our neighbor. Again, happy Rosh Chodesh. The sun is set, making it now the 4th of Cheshvan. And as always, Yah bless you and keep you. Yah make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yah lift up his countenance upon you and grant you his perfect shalom. This has been 10 Minute Tuesday.